Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Persona 4 Golden. So last time out, we headed into the TV world to try and rescue Yukiko. But we couldn't get very far because Chie awakened to her persona. So we've now decided to go in together and try and rescue her. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So I actually kind of like this scene. Because it definitely is pretty realistic. I think that Dojima, you know, after what had happened in the in Janessa's food court when us and Yosuke were seen messing around with like fake weapons and like brought into the police station, I think it would make sense that Dojima would be like, "You're not getting into any weird shit, are you? You're not you're not getting yourself into trouble, are you, buddy?" So, yeah, I think it makes sense that Dojima would feel very protective of us and try and make sure that we're okay, not doing anything too dumb. So, I kind of like that little moment. It also kind of plays into later on, where, you know, his kind of detective side kind of kicks into gear, and he doesn't really, and he, you know, he constantly kind of keeps going on at us and thinking that we're up to something kind of fishy, like he's constantly suspicious of us throughout the game. So, and I think that kind of makes sense. Oh yes, okay. Now we have this moment, which I don't really know the point. Yeah, so at this point, Mr. Muraoka, he decides to phone us up and said that he needs us to come to the shopping district to kind of meet up with us because he's got something that he needs to give us. So, yeah. Gotta speak to Dojima and say, "Hey, I've got to go out, man. My home teacher needs to see me." Yeah, and I kind of like that moment as well, where you kind of like, initially he has the default reaction of, "What the fuck have you done now?" And then he's like, "No, you're a good kid, you wouldn't do anything. Go get it. See what's going on." I guess this is to kind of introduce the idea that you can, it introduced the concept of these different clothes items that you can pick up throughout the game. To, you know, put on your characters if you don't want to have the default costumes and stuff like that. And I think it's also a way of showing you, hey, you can go out at night. And kind of go out and there's other stuff that you can do, only do at night, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're done. I don't really change the costumes all that much. And they're all kind of standard ones. There's like a joke outfit, which has these really weird kind of Harpo Marx kind of glasses. You know, kind of the big goggle glasses with the like the silly mustache and big nose. There, and there's stuff like, you know, there's a swimsuit, obviously, and like a winter jersey and stuff like that. It's kind of standard shit.
Yep.
Hi, Chie. You're right. You seem kind of weird.
Thanks for everything yesterday. It's kind of embarrassing, you know? You two were right there to see my hidden feelings and all.
Don't sweat it.
The same thing happened to Yosuke, right?
No big deal.
So, what was it like?
Huh?
I'm sure that this is the last thing that Yosuke wants to go into.
None of that happened when yours awakened, huh? Could that be because you've got
That's
nothing to
because
hide?
I'm the main character.
Oh, so nothing happened for you? I gotta agree that you seem like a pretty open guy. There's a funny air about you. I don't know. I guess that's what draws people to you or something like that.
Was that a compliment?
Yep, it's a
Yeah,
compliment.
the final one there, the final option there,
you say
falling
so.
for me, huh? You can't actually say that unless your
Anyways, what's most important right now is to
bravery
rescue
is up high enough.
I'm dead set on coming.
And there are going to be instances like that where, on a first playthrough, you won't be able to
I still have
pick certain dialogue options if your stats aren't high enough. like
thanks for saving me. Yosuke's cool
with
and all.
Chie in a minute, actually.
Really is
Well,
something
we'll see in a
different
minute.
about you. I feel like you won't let me down.
So it begins. We're attracting all the chicks. So yeah, social link with Chie. From what I remember, Chie is the Chariot Arcana. I can't really... who was the Chariot Arcana? In Persona 5, I think it was Ryuji. Who was the Chariot Arcana? But, yeah, there we go. Rank 1 of the Chie Satonaka social link. And she can now wake up a knocked down ally during battle. Nice. Yeah, so if you try and ask her straight out... if you try and ask her straight out here, then basically it will say your courage isn't high enough to ask her out, to ask directly for a number. So you have to say, oh, it's for the investigation. So yeah, it isn't really anything special, to be honest. It's just like a different dialogue option where it's kind of like where Chie kind of blushes and is like, oh, yeah, sure, let's swap numbers. Nothing major. Time for the afternoon. Oh shit, we're going to be asked questions. Something else to mention, all the questions that are answered here, all the questions that are asked in class, I believe they are all used in the during the examinations. There's like a midterm exam. There's like I think 3 sets of exams you have to do throughout the game, and the questions that you're asked in class are the ones that end up on that test, so it's well worth remembering them. So yeah, from this point on, we can spend our time as we wish. We can either go do side quests, we can talk to our social links and kind of increase our social links, or we can go to
Everyone's here, right?
go to Jeunesse and go into the dungeon. Basically, I'm going to be doing Yukiko's castle in one go. So let's get going. You can do it in one go, but it's kind of difficult. You have to kind of make sure that you because as you go through it's try and open as many chests as possible, basically, is the way to do it, so you can get as many SP restoring items as possible. But even then, it's kind of RNG as to whether you are going to get it or not. So basically, when we enter the TV world, this is the room that we end up in. Talk to him to basically speak to Yukiko, to go see Yukiko. If you talk to Yosuke, actually, you'll go to the Saki Kanishi kind of area that we saw at the beginning of the game, or earlier on, and you'll want to do that because you can get Yosuke's special weapon. It's a pretty powerful weapon that you can get early on to make things a bit easier. Damn it, Xbox. You can also go to the Velvet Room as well. So here we go. We're now going through the dungeon proper. Vanish Ball does 50 points of elect damage, from what I remember. Alright, let's head in here. You don't really need to fight too many enemies. Soul Drop, that recovers 10 SP per usage. Yeah, I'm cutting these out because basically these are all enemies that we've faced before. So that's how I'm going to be doing the editing for these places. If it's an enemy that we've faced off against before, then I'll cut it out. Because, you know, don't really need to see that. Whenever there's a new enemy, I'll show it off. I will say I really like the music in this game. This game has great music. I don't know if it's as good as 5, because I absolutely adore 5's soundtrack. But this one is also really fucking good. So yeah, but yeah, the music here is pretty fucking good. That's what I'll say about Persona 4 Golden. It has a lot of very catchy music. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button here. If you press the start button, you basically send out an SOS request, and what that will do is it will set is that other people playing the game will send you items to kind of give you items which kind of restore health and SP during battle and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice.
Yukiko-san, are you all right?
But yeah, we're done with the first floor, so now it's time. We're in the area now where Chie awakened to a persona. And this is where we meet Shadow Yukiko.
Oh my, special guests. I wonder how they'll play into all this. Things are really heating up.
Yeah, I do actually. I really like Yukiko's shadow kind of design.
Where could he be?
It definitely plays into the,
It's so exciting, but it makes it
you know,
so hard
plays
to
into
find.
kind of how she perceives herself pretty well.
He's playing hide and seek in the fog.
I also think it's kind of it's
Here
a nice
I
design
come.
overall.
Let's go further in then, shall we?
I love that. It's so over the top and ridiculous.
What the hell is this?
You're not Yukiko. Who are you?
So yeah, first dungeon, Yukiko's castle is, I believe, 8 floors.
I'm Yukiko, and Yukiko
That right?
is me.
Yes, it's
No,
it's 8 floors long,
don't tell me. Are you? Where's
I
the real
believe,
Yukiko?
and as you go through the game, basically,
The shadows are getting agitated.
the further in you go into the game, the dungeons get more and
Well,
more
I'm off again.
kind of lengthy.
You better be waiting.
I think the second dungeon is like 11 floors, so
Hey,
yeah, it
wait.
just keeps going progressively higher.
That clearly wasn't the real Yukiko.
Up until the last few, I think, the last couple of dungeons, where it becomes more of like a,
Must have been the other part of herself.
instead of being longer,
Just like what happened to
there's
us.
some weird kind of stipulation that you have to perform in order to
Real
complete
Yukiko
it,
wants
so
to
yeah.
Show us something. I can feel it. It's hard to explain. It seems like she has a strong connection to this castle.
You
This
think?
is a lot more dangerous than I
Isn't that
thought.
no shit kind of moment there, Teddy?
Yukiko.
Hey! Not again.
Yeah, and again,
Damn it, we told her not to
this
run
is
off
kind of
on her
annoying.
own.
One, it's kind of annoying because she doesn't learn a fucking lesson, but two, she's standing right behind us. So it really doesn't feel necessary to do that shit, but whatever. My prince will soon come for me. I'll always be waiting forever and ever. So yeah, this kind of this happens as well. Basically on every, at least with Yukiko's dungeon, on every single floor, you'll hear at the beginning of the floor you'll hear Yukiko kind of speaking to you. So yeah.
I smell two
Okay, so this is the new
enemies
one. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was getting my new persona out. The trans twins, they're weak to fire.
Two enemies left.
Fuck you. I hate you. You suck.
Boy, Yosuke, you're in
Yeah,
the
we're killing him in one go.
zone.
Fortunately, they're not too hard.
Couldn't quite beat it.
It's the first time we get to use Chie in battle. Yay. In terms of
It's
how Chie is in battle, she's more of a physical hitter. She doesn't learn super strong like persona abilities like magic attacks basically. She learns more kind of super powerful like physical based attacks, which are, so she hits like a truck, especially early on. So yeah, sweet bonus. Basically, if you time it, if you do it right, and basically you collect up every single card, basically the next time you go into the card system, like the chance system, if the next time you go into that, you get the choice to pick 3. You can pick 3 cards instead of picking just 1. So yeah, kind of useful to get it done. Wind suppressor, that is an item which basically reduces wind damage, I think, by 10%. So if you've got a person who's weak to wind attacks, then yeah, it's a good thing to use. Okay, Black Ravens. If I remember correctly, I think these guys are weak to electric. I think so. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'm using electric, so that must be correct. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I didn't bother here. Oh, fuck you. You piece of shit. So, yeah. Also, Chie's, everybody has like an affinity, you know, like a type of magic that they can use. Chie can use ice. Speciality is ice magic in the same way that Yosuke can use wind magic. I know I keep calling it magic. It's not magic. It's persona ability. But that's the easiest way I can think of to kind of describe it. Fuck you. Oh, okay. Gentleman's Tux. That is a piece of armor, which is actually a pretty decent upgrade at this point. Oh no, it isn't. If you could find it earlier on, like during your first kind of during the tutorial section, that's a decent piece of armor to get. But yeah, here it's kind of useless at this point, since we've bought the first piece of armor from the store. Okay, so this is Magic Hand. I don't think Magic Hand has any weaknesses. I think it's just you just, you know, hitting it with physical attacks.
Someone else's turn. Just one enemy left.
Yeah, I think it doesn't have any weaknesses, I don't think. So there you go. Pixie. Pixie is a pretty good persona to have. It's one of the earliest ones in the game as well. New chest key. That increases our money. And boom. What am I doing? Get the chest key. Open the chest. Yeah, so these golden chests you can't open unless you have a key. You can only get a key. You can only get a key from finding it in the chance time, the kind of the cards thing, the shuffle time, whatever it's called. We also got Power Band there, which is an accessory that increases your strength by 1 point, I think. It's not bad to use early on to give you a bit more physical attack power. Firecracker does 50 points of fire damage. Yeah, so with all this, with all the stuff that Yukiko says during, yeah, I haven't got a key at the moment. With all the stuff that she basically says here, it's basically related to her hang-ups and how she feels about why, you know, about how a shadow kind of feels. Soul drop. Like I say, pick up as many of those as you possibly can if you want to do this in one run. Otherwise, you're going to be having a hard time. Fuck you. Go. These are treasure hands. They randomly appear in battle. And basically, they don't have any weaknesses. It's just about pure good luck as to whether you hit them, whether you get any hits on them, and whether you get a critical hit. If you've got an ability which increases your critical rate, then that would be the most useful thing to get to use on this thing. But basically, oh, and because it's got a critical, it's going to escape. Yeah, they have a really good chance of escaping. You kill that thing though, you get a fuck ton of experience and a fuck ton of money. So yeah, you really want to try and beat those things, especially when you're grinding. Whether you're grinding for money or whether you're grinding for experience, you want to beat as many of those things as possible. But they're kind of the equivalent to the liquid metal slime, the metal slimes in Dragon Quest, where they turn up and they have a high chance of leaving the battle quickly. But yeah, there you go. So, Positive King. Oh yes, I remember this one. The Positive King is weak to light damage. I don't have a persona which has any light attacks at the moment, so all we can really do is smack him in the face until he dies. These Bambunos, they are weak to fire. That's the only thing which is kind of annoying about these things. They just keep summoning more and more enemies. Good for grinding, I suppose, but that's around about it if you just want to get the fuck on with everything. Yes, you also have those cards which restore HP and SP. Get those as often as possible as well, because that will increase... means you can stay in the dungeon for longer, because you'll be replenishing your SP more often, so yeah. Let's open this. Oh, it's a room. I don't think I ever... Nope, I don't have any treasure chests. That's kind of annoying. It's why it's a good idea to do some of the side quests, because some of the side quests in the overworld will give you treasure chests for completing them. Treasure chest keys for completing them. So, Laughing Table. I believe the Laughing Table is weak to wind. Yes, that's right. Yeah, go down fairly easy. Also, when you get your partners, your party members further along in their social links... Oh, is the hand weak? The hand's weak to ice. There you go. But if you knock down an enemy with its weakness, then there'll be an option, a random chance of them doing a follow-up attack on the other enemy, and that'll knock all of them down, and then you can just do an all-out attack. So, that's why you want to get the party members' social link ranks up as soon as you can, really. Alright, let's open up this chest. Ice Cube. That does 50 points of ice damage. Yeah, I think that was me checking the map just to make sure, okay, is there any more of the map that I need to unlock? Of this floor that I need to unlock to see if I can find any more enemies or find any more chests. Yeah, I was thinking here, fuck it. I'm gonna kill you.
I smell one enemy.
Oh, is this the bronze dice or the iron dice? It's the bronze dice. I believe the bronze dice is weak to electric attacks. Sorry. And he has a particularly annoying attack called I can't remember the name of it, but basically it's like a suicide attack where it does a fuck ton of damage to you. Basically it does a fuck ton of damage to you, but also kills him instantly. So it's kind of give and take, I guess. Angel is a pretty useful persona to have at this point because Angel has, I believe, the weakest of the light attacks, hammer. So yeah, Chewing Soul, that does restores 50 SP. So it's a better SP restoring item. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Persona 4 Golden, when we'll be continuing through Yukiko's castle. So yeah, see you next time.